this big phone. I'm a teddy bear.
I'm here at Macufe 2013 at the comedy, and I'm sitting here with a very talented and very funny woman. Her name is Celeste Ntuli, and she just rocked our funny bones right now on stage.
I'm sweating.
And you are such a brave woman.
Thank you.
You are a black woman, and you are talking about sex.
Yeah.
To mostly about a 90% black audience.
Yeah.
Would you be able to say the same jokes if your mom and dad were in the audience?
Yeah, I'm 34. What else should I have to do, really? I talk about it. There are people who do it at 11.
What did your mom say to you the first time she heard your bits about, all these things?
But the thing is, yes, I talk about sex, but the context.
Yes.
I don't just say it because I say things. And the thing is, the view of a single woman in South Africa is going to be different. I know that most people know people who are married and blah, blah, blah. I know how typical people look at me. I was like, we cougar. Okay, let me just own it then, because I only have one life.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. If you say I'm a cougar because I'm 34, well, I'm 34 then. That means not because I'm conforming, but and sex people do it. Why is it frowned upon when women say?
We all got here because people had sex.
And actually, people who should own topics about sex are the women, because I don't care what kind of sex you want or what kind of sex you're looking for, but you cannot have sex, and less people will have sex without a woman. Let me just put it that way, unless they're otherwise homosexual or whatever. But when it comes to heterosexual sex, men and women, without a woman, men will just have it. They're only there for just this one bit at the end.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, any hip hop star, any person who's male, they feel they have the right to talk about a vajayjay, but they don't have it.
Exactly. No, I loved everything.
So you shouldn't be frowned upon because I have one.
Yeah.
At least I've got a basis. I have one. So I can talk about stuff that I have. You don't have. I'm not like Lil Wayne. Talks about stuff that he does not have.
No,
show me yours, then you can scream it.
I believe you. I am there with you, and I agree with you.
I guess you know why. I think most people laugh at what I say because most people think about it, and they don't say it. I just say it, and I feel, why not? I'm not breaking any rules, and actually I say things that are wrong about sex. There's nothing wrong about sex. It's the approach that people used about sex, and the whole continent is sexed up. I know there's so many pressing and important issues, but if our politicians are men and they're full of sex, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be talking about sex, because every newspaper, the second page, any politician is involved in sexual activity.
Exactly.
That is illegal or otherwise or whatever, controversial. But it questions our society and the way we handle sex. The fact that I talk about sex, not like I have sex every 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Hey.
So for me, it's not even a problem. I think it's because I do talk about other stuff. I do talk about politics. It's just that today I chose my set to be this. And another thing is that I'm usually the only female, if not me and to me like now.
Yeah.
But usually it's only me and the guys. So you have like 7 guys in the lineup talking about girls and sex. Now when I talk about it, because I'm the one actually who should be talking about. They're not qualified.
Yeah.
Because they're looking for it. Now I got what they want.
Okay. Back to Macufe. Macufe is a cultural festival.
Yeah.
And you were speaking about culture, even though you are using, the sex context as well. So how would you say culture fits into your comedy style, and how do you use culture to portray, do you only speak it from your own perspective, or how do you go about it?
I believe I always have a thing to say. Like I always have, and I always have my way of looking at things. And I think as Africans in general, we use culture, more especially culture and tradition and religion. Throughout history, it was used by men for power.
Yeah.
So every time they will tell you that no, you mustn't do this because culturally, but then they're not really practicing fair cultural practices when it comes to because being a man does not say beat up a woman.
No.
Being a man does not say rape, does not say all sorts of things that men say. But if you are a married to this family because culture, you can't have this hair because culture, you can't. Now it always oppresses your humanity, because as much as I'm a female, I'm a human being in this world. I only have one life. I don't have a rehearsal. So when if you say you've got these rules that you've put upon me that you don't live by, now I don't have a life. Yet we both have metric. Who deserves to live? I deserve to live as well. It's not about, and I always say this, I'm not a feminist. I just speak against stupidity.
Okay.
There are things that are just stupid. I don't care how you put them.
Yeah.
It's not about, some people say I hate men. I don't hate men.
Okay.
I love men.
Yeah.
But I know the worth of a good man. Absolutely. So I'm not going to be messing around with the rubbish men for the fact that I need them. No, you know what I mean? Like, there are things because I have this life, it's mine. If I mess it up and some women waste 20, 30 years of their lives in a wrong man. Because the society has put you there. You are a woman, you have to do this. This is how you should carry a family. You can't do this. This is how the marriage works. You must expect a man to cheat. But we are both here. Like, they are always protected. I go to these weddings, do weddings, and you find that they will be talking about, they're advising a woman. When they advise a woman, it's such a scary thought, it becomes a horror move. I see women going like, okay, I don't think I was bargaining for this. And for men, it's like, feed her. That's the advice.
That's
done.
Oh.
And for women, it's like, when he cheats, you must make sure that nobody knows. You must make sure that you protect your family. But I'm sorry, he's the one who pulled down his pants. I was not there. Why should I stay for this? And it brings back the whole issues of HIV, and the culture is not about bashing other gender. That's my point, basically. So it's been used in the wrong way.
Everything that you're saying is actually so powerful. Power to you, my sister. And then the last thing I just want to ask you, like, how do you feel about Macufe? Have you been here before? What do you think of
the sad thing is that I have to go back tomorrow because I'm shooting and stuff. But
what are you shooting?
I'm on Isibaya.
Sorry?
I'm on Isibaya.
Isibaya?
Yeah, the telenovela on Mzansi Channel.
Oh, right.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
No,
so
cool, man.
I'm going back, but basically I've never been. I would love to. Every time there's this, I was busy with something or the other.
I
missed it, but I love jazz.
And tomorrow,
that's why I feel bad. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so sad. But I'm hoping I can come back on Saturday.
Yes,
because I'm in Joburg.
Yeah.
So I'm just...
Well, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and your comedy and your like just your bravery. Besides, you know what, I always believe that the things that need to be said in society are always said by comedians. Do you actually realize the position that you have and how you're actually influencing, and you're at the forefront of actually speaking about the kind of things that you speak about? Because the comedian says it first, and then 20 years later, the politicians are finally, addressing the problem. What is your serious side of comedy?
My serious side of comedy, I love social issues because they impact everyone. It does not have to do with education or everything, but it links, because everything is intertwined. And I know now, I've been doing comedy for 10 years. When you start doing comedy, I'm a KZN person. I only moved in Johannesburg last year.
Okay.
So I did most of my growing up in comedy and understanding myself and finding my voice. Because like any other form of art, you eventually, you can talk about all sorts of things, current issues, but at the end of the day, you'll find your own voice. So as I grow older, and I think I believe that it happens with all other comedians, you tend to take this other side. I'm very feminine. I'm a woman. I love being a woman, and I love caring, and I love providing, and I love doing all those things. Naturally, I don't have to prove a point. But it's I think my basis comes from there, that I see so many stupid mistakes that cost people lives, and really it is dumb. If people would be honest with themselves and people would be themselves, not what the TV and men are telling them to be, or vice versa, or whatever. Be who you are and what God wanted you to be. I think that's the most faithful thing you can do to yourself. Because you're becoming what God, you're agreeing to God, say, you brought me to this world in this form, in this shape. That's why I'll never do weaves and all those things. I don't have a problem with weaves, but I'm just saying, I want to keep it myself.
Thank you so much.